how good this machine is. And before we go any further, I just want to declare I've got no vested interest in Bodytite. Okay, I did the procedure, but I have no shares or any time with the company. And basically, this system is RF assisted liposuction. The advantage it gives you is very, very reduced blood loss, as you would have seen yesterday. I think we aspirated 2.4 litres with very little blood. These are the sort of areas that you can take fat from, and you can go to larger patients with this treatment because you're getting significant tightening. Standard contraindications are already well on these, and this is the actual handpiece, as many of you will have seen. And it looks cumbersome and difficult to use, and I have to say the first 3 or 4 patients you do have to get used to it. But once you do, it provides all the maneuverability of your favourite cannula. You'll find that you can do anything with this that you can do with any other cannula that you have. The other thing with Bodytite is that the treatment is done a little bit more slowly. You get the heat into the tissues, you watch the tissues contract. Once you get a contraction, then you use your own cannula for refinement. There is a risk of burns with Bodytite, as there is with laser, with any of the other machines. And if you see any protrusions or red spots, put a cool pack on them, you'll have no problems. If you get excessive blood loss, go back and look at what's happening. It may be that you've missed to use adrenaline, it may be that you've perhaps worked too quickly. So just gentler, slowing down. Minor complications. In our practice so far, we've not had a seroma infection, prolonged edema, or hematoma. Minor discomfort. Most patients, even with 5 litre aspirate, go back to work in 2 days. These are a few pictures from my own practice. Now, I did the procedure very differently to what was done yesterday. I've done about 2,700 altogether of laser lipo, Bodytite, advanced lipo, different types of assisted lipo. And every single case I've done so far has been under local anaesthetic. You know, we're all doctors, but more than that, really, we're artists and sculptors. We look at the human form and we say, how can we make that better? How can we make that look better? So sculpting really is what I do. I see myself as a sculptor. Now, when I'm sculpting, I find it very difficult to be confident that I can get that patient sculpted to an exact shape while she's lying down. So I keep them awake. I've had to change the technique to make it more gentle, but the results really are worth it. This is a lady who came from Moscow to Nottingham to have her thighs done, and she'd never been able to wear a skirt, she'd never been able to wear jeans, and the skirts she wore were very long. And, you know, look at her after treatment, that's 3 days. But notice the absence of bruising, or very little bruising at the top right joint, and that's it. This was an instant result, and she skipped out of that clinic, very, very happy. This is a chap, you can see the overhang. He's lost 4 stone, lost a lot of weight, and he's got really quite a noticeable overhang. And, you know, with most forms of lipo, it's difficult to get rid of that. But that's in 3 days later. This is a lady who, again, lost a lot of weight, and she had a very loose double chin. Hanging down, no fat, nothing very much you can do with it. I said to her, go and have surgery. She didn't want surgery, so she came back and said, well, do what you can. So, again, here, we used Bodytite, and a few days later, this is what she came back to me with. Another lady, post-pregnancy, 3-4 children, relatively young, and as you can see, multiple stretch marks, really quite severely stretched up skin. I said to her, go and have abdominoplasty, sent her to see a colleague, and she didn't want to do that, so basically she came back and said, right, okay, I'm willing to accept the result, might not be as good, but eventually this is what we ended up with. And, you know, obviously she was very happy with that, and her husband then came and had lipo, and her daughter then came and had lipo as well. not her daughter, her sister's daughter. So, you know, it's word of mouth. Another lady who came from Scotland, which is about 6 hours drive from Nottingham, and again, she came because she'd been recommended, and this is her 3 days later. And, you know, we've taken legs that are really quite wide and given her really quite nice form. She can wear trousers now. She feels happy with that. Another lady who, again, came with a bulge. She'd been in the gym for 1 year, had a personal trainer, couldn't get it down, did everything she could. And this is her, just 24 hours post-treatment. You can still see where all the lines. A French waiter from Sheffield, again, came because he's very slim, he works out, goes to the gym 3-4 times a week, can't get rid of his chest. And, you know, 2 days later, floods of traffic. This lady came and basically, it's not that overweight, lost some weight, but basically still had an overbent tummy and a bulge just around the upper belly. Again, she thought about abdominoplasty but decided against that, and so we tried a Bodytite procedure, and that's the result we got. 1 week post-treatment. Now, you know, look at the bruising. You can see the marks from the pressure garment, which we took off to take a picture. But, you know, she walked out of the clinic, no general anaesthetic, went back to work 2 days after treatment. Another lady who came from London, I think she was about 58, 59, and again, we did a big aspiration from her. That's her next day. When she turns the next day, she's still got my knickers on, and she's still got the drawing on from the market for her feet. But you can see, you know, the contraction in her skin on subcutaneous tissues is really quite remarkable. There are many different candidates for Bodytite, and different, you sometimes want to make less incisions, so you can longer one. You might want to use one in the neck. I personally prefer the face right handed down the neck because it's very, very safe to use unless it burns pretty negligible. Thank you very much. That's all I want to say.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maini, for this presentation. Now I would like to ask the audience for questions for our speakers. Is there any questions? Please stand up, present yourself, and come to the microphone.